Hello everyone, I'm Randall Brown and this is Ellen Trains. Welcome to the layout. Today I just want to give an overview of what we've got going on, how it goes together, some of the wiring, and our plans for the future. So come on, join me and we'll take a look. So let's start with the layout. As you can see, I've got just three simple loops, and everyone asks what track is best. Well, we all know that you'd use what you've got. So here's what I've got. I started with real tracks, and this loop has, on the outside is 054 curves. The insides are about 036, and I've got lots of switches in there, and this is what I started with. Then I discovered Menards, put the 072 loop on the outside. It's got one siding. And then I built an elevated piece with some fast track that I came up with from a collection. And this is just one simple loop of fast track. So this is the main power source, the Z4000, which is a great transformer. It's going to run only 2 tracks, and as you can tell, I have 3 tracks. So let's duck underneath and I'll show you some of my setup and what the wiring includes. Hey there, you can tell I'm underneath the setup now, and it's a little dark under here, so I had to come up with a solution, and here it is. Light! And it's plenty of light, and so come on under here and we'll show you how the wiring looks. Alright, here we are, and you can see the power setup here, and I do have a WTIU. And powering it, I don't use the Z4000. What I've found is just getting our bricks, the Z1000, 750, 500, they all work, and they have the standard plug here, but you can get this adapter, works pretty nifty, goes to banana plugs. Saved a lot of time. Same way with track power. The track power, the output, added some banana plugs I had. They plug right in, and that's important because sometimes I do switch what track is powered. You can tell I also have an AIU installed for switches. I put all the switches on that. I'm using these blocks to split the power. They're all centralized. These adapters and transformers are sitting here ready to go, and I'll show you how we control them. But these banana plugs, highly recommended, and will save your bacon. All right, let's talk a little bit about wiring. I've got a couple of spots here that have helped. I've got a 4-pair of wire that helps a lot for the switches. You have those running to the switches. I'm using what's called a star pattern, where we've got one loop, everything stars out, and we're using the common black as our common. Some of the connectors that I've found, these connectors that just clip in, pretty nice to use. I can use them in many situations, and you can see no wiring is complete. You just have to push it in, pull it out, easy as that. Put the wire in. That's no wire nuts, no tape. You can reuse it, you can take it out and put them together. So you can see these are in lots of places using a 12 gauge wire, and has kept it to a pretty good minimum. These wires kind of all look the same, black and red. So I've had to put some labels on them, and these work real nifty, where I can put on which track I'm plugging in to which output. I keep them separate, and I can keep things straight. Now we're going to look at how the power switches work. I used to have to crawl under here and plug each transformer in. That was not going to work. I'll show you what we did to fix that. So the way any of these WTIUs or digital track power works is that the track is powered. And so when I'm putting on an engine or something on there, I don't like it to be energized. What I found is that I was unplugging and plugging the transformers in. That didn't work very well. So I went to this switch panel. Works very nice. I can even turn my WTIU on it's on, then I have each output set up because each transformer is separate. I'm not powering it out of my Z4000. I don't have a switch there. Those are either on or off. But by using these as switched, it works very nicely, and I'll show you how that benefits the track power. Hi, I'm the maintenance hatch of the backside, because everyone always asks, how do you get the trains that are stuck or work on the track back here? And we put a hatch in the middle. I can work and reach everywhere I need to, work on the trains, dust them. It's a very useful part of the layout.